Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thursday, November 26th, and we are looking at Bitcoin against the dollar. Made a video on the 22nd if you want to look at it. I'll have the link down below, but what we were seeing back then was the beginning of the pullback. We'll go back, let's see, the 22nd. Right here, this red candle, where we started seeing our first real pullback. Of course, I was saying this profit takers, probably a little bit of fearful buyers that had probably got in this range right here and started panicking and sold once they saw the formation of the green can or the red candle and the price action starting to head down, and kind of just scared them out is probably what happened. Next day we had indecision. We had a little bump here on the 24th, and then another day of kind of indecision, probably slight little break to the top, but then it didn't last. It didn't last at all. And then, of course, we saw yesterday, or actually this is considered today, or yesterday's candle, because this is a new candle that just started forming probably about an hour ago. So it was about an hour ago at 3:58 Pacific time that becomes the next new day, forming the new candle. Anyway, I had made an assumption that we were going to see a pullback around here on this date when we saw that candle, and sure enough, we did see it go down. I had brought a line at about 16,420, something like that, in this ballpark range, because what we were seeing was that trend where we'd see a high, then we'd see a pullback, we'd see a high, we'd see a pullback, and it was always pulling back to the previous high. So that's how I kind of I saw a pattern of what was happening. This step up, and then 2 steps up, 1 step back, 2 steps up, 1 step back, and kind of just formulated. And I kind of looked at this area, this range here, as possible support, but we've already kind of tested this here and kind of rejected off of that, and just kept going up. But a lot of indecision going on here. Again, fearful trading, buyers buying in here late, and probably once they saw some profit taken, they jumped ship and abandoned and took a loss. Again, the pattern we were seeing, I just said this will probably be the bottom, which it was, and then we saw a breakdown to the downside, and then it even surpassed our support level here and went back up in the last part of the trading day, where it actually got to the base here of this trading day that we're in right now. And we're starting to see some green action. We see some buyers in this last hour. Excuse me. But the candle is still on the inside of the previous day. We either want to see it go down and break out, so we'll know it's in a bearish trend here, or we want to see it continue to break up above. And for it to go back up and surpass 18,873 is a pretty big order, but it did tank down. But it does seem to fall faster and with a lot less energy than it is to go uphill. Imagine dropping a rock off of a second-story building. It's going to go down quick. Okay, imagine yourself carrying a boulder up a mountain. It's going to require a lot more strength than just throwing something out of the window. That's just the way it goes. Trading is the same way. It takes a lot more effort for a stock to go up than it does to go down. So what we're going to see here is kind of just observe what's happening. If we're going to get back on this trend, or we're going to kind of just keep on this up and down consolidation that we're seeing right now. But again, always, let's go back and look at the month. Always start with the big picture, see what's happening. We're still looking all right. For the month, we still have a huge green candle. We did take a dip here, but again, profit taking, I believe, and some novice, inexperienced traders that got in and got burnt and got out. So again, it's on an uptrend. we're going to see Bitcoin continue up. Could it go down? Possibly. Could it bounce off the bottom here at 13,507? Possibly. Or could it just continue on this trend of going up? Well, we're going to have to see and just be patient. Again, we're looking at the day and we're seeing some decent trading. We're seeing some people starting to buy, a little bit of selling here, but we're starting to see the last couple candles here. We got this candle here, the first hour candle of the day is actually on the upside. It has broke the previous candle, so this is a break to the upside. So that would be something to keep your eye on, and just again, just look at what's happening. I'm on the 30-minute time frame here. What we see here is a consolidation that was happening towards the end of the last day's candle, and then we saw a big spike up here. Buyers are back in, and we had a little push here, and we are still on the upside. Even though this is forming red, it's still on the upside until it takes out the bottom of this candle. Again, if you're day trading Bitcoin, then you're going to have to keep a really close eye on this thing and watch this thing move up or down. But if you're in for the long haul, just look at the longer time frames. Look at your daily, look at the weekly, look at the monthly, and see where you're at. See what's happening. Don't get panicked out because you had like right here, a day of indecision. This is kind of just sit on your hands, don't do anything, because it's an inside day. It didn't break up, and it didn't have the power to go down. It just sat there going up and down with this range, within this range, which, rule of thumb, never trade on an inside day or an inside hour. You're going to get chopped up because there's just so much fluctuation going on. That's if you're day trading. I wouldn't even touch this thing. Advice to you, do not trade on the inside day. This new candle is an inside day because it hasn't broke up or broke down. Again, this is an observation day. You just want to watch. You just want to look. You don't want to jump into anything. Okay, we're looking at the daily, so you might be saying, okay, well, I can make some money on the 15. Well, you could, but you're not going to have a breakout like this. You're not going to have like a $1,000 run here, 16,382 to 17,250, almost $1,000. You're not going to have this kind of breakout if your candle is inside on the longer time frames, 60, the daily, the weekly. It's going to be hard because it could go up and then it could go back down. If you're not watching this thing, you're going to get burned. So you got to be very careful. Ride the trends, ride the momentums. That's the best way to trade. Just watch what's happening, watch the big picture, see what's happening, then go ahead and make your move. When you have time frame continuity, when everything's moving on the up or the down together, like we have green on the monthly, we have green on the, we don't have green on the weekly, we have a red, so there's red, that's not continuity. Day, okay, we have green, but it's inside, so I would sit on my hands. That you don't have time frame continuity because you have one red, one green, and one inside. To me, you have a mess. Look at the hour, same thing. It broke above, but it looks like it's forming into a red candle. Probably going to go down a little bit again. You had probably some day traders in here that bought in at 17 and going to scalp couple $100, and then they're done for the day. But watch your time frame continuity. If you don't have continuity all the way across, then sit on your hands. Go play with your kids. Go outside. Go wash your car. Do something. Just get away from the screen so you don't make any mistakes of getting chopped up in the middle. Again, time frame continuity is key. That's successful trading. And that's what we want, isn't it? We want to be successful. We want to make money. It's pretty simple. So again, thank you. The link will be down below for the video that I put out November 22nd that called for that support line, that it actually did become support just by looking at the patterns and the candle formations, what was happening. We could tell, we could see what was coming. All right, so good luck, happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody ate well.